We all hope to design the perfect solution, but brilliant designs can fail if the resources aren't in place, the right components, the right people, at the right time. In this video, we will use AI to enhance your selection process of the different materials and components that you will use for your proposed design. The procedure to accomplish this is as follows. Define the resource requirements, develop a resource plan, review trade-offs and dependencies, explore timing, phasing, and interactions, and finally consider ethical and sustainable sourcing. As per my previous videos, we are going to apply the CAC co-intelligence approach. This is the correct implementation process. Resource allocation is a part of the designing stage of the project work artificial intelligence integration framework. Let's explore how this is done using the smart bins that we've been using in our previous video. Applying the CAC co-intelligence approach, we start by applying our mind to consider what are the design requirements. You should consider the systems diagram to ensure all components of the system are included within this design. For the simulation, I'm just concentrating on the bin components. I've gone out and determined what I believe are the right components for the system. Now I'm going to use AI to enhance my original work. I have uploaded two documents. One is my systems diagram. The other are my components associated with the smart bin. And I'm creating a prompt, and I'm starting off with context. The context is important to ensure the AI knows that this is going to be an Australian product and it needs to follow Australian standards. I would also like to use ethical and sustainable materials where possible. So now I'm going to go through and provide the AI the type of analysis that I'd expect from it. The prompt you write will be determined by the needs of your project. I'm just providing some sample prompts to get you thinking about your options. As I want the AI to investigate real options, I'm turning on web search. As the output unwinds, you're going to see that the AI will provide you with a lot of detailed information. If you think the AI is going to be able to do all the work for you, you've been mistaken. The third part of CAC co-intelligence, the evaluative judgment, is very important here. You're going to need to consider your original design choices and reflect upon all the different suggestions. At this stage here, you don't know if the suggestions are good or bad. You are going to need to go through every single link and check the sources and verify that the information is correct. You're most probably going to need multiple iterations of going forwards and backwards to refine this design with the AI. To complicate matters, this process cannot be used in isolation to other processes. It is highly likely that at this stage here, you're going to need to stop and reattempt the evaluate design option stage. You might also need to consider a redesign of the system. To be able to accomplish all of this, you really need to understand the system, you need to understand the components. You can't leave all the decision making to AI. If you do, you're only going to end up with mistakes. The AI is there to help you enhance the process, to support you, but all the hard work needs to come from you. So be prepared to bounce forwards and backwards between different design stages. Along the journey, engage in prompting sessions where you seek to develop a clearer understanding of the various decisions being made. You constantly must reflect on this information and make refinements. I've now gone through and completed the design and uploaded it to the AI. The following stages I'm going to move through quite quickly with the main goal of just showing you the possibilities. Right now, I'm simply going to ask it to help me create a resource plan. As before, the AI provides substantially detailed information. Your job as the human is to go through that information and determine what is relevant and make adjustments as necessary. Always remember CAC co-intelligence. Next, I'm going to ask the AI to consider different trade-offs and dependencies. As per every other example, lots of information is provided. You need to apply your evaluative judgment to consider all the different information. You need to consider these trade-offs and dependencies carefully. It might result in you needing to make refinements to your design. Therefore, don't overlook this step and the consequences. As before, this may require you to interact and repeat other design components. One of my favorite things to do with AI is to undertake a what-if analysis. The what-if analysis can really help stimulate the mind and encourage you to evaluate the different possibilities associated with different scenarios. In this final example, I'm simply going to ask the AI to consider different phasings, timings, and interactions. As per the previous examples, a lot of information is provided, but you can't trust any of it. You need to reflect on that information, you need to evaluate that information, and you might need multiple iterations of refinement until you get it right. All that I'm doing here is showing you the possibilities. At this stage here, you might also consider conducting a what-if analysis again. In summary, I have shown you how you can use AI to conduct resource allocation. It is a highly complex process, and CAC co-intelligence is vital. The AI will provide you with a lot of information, but you really need to evaluate that information, and you're going to need multiple iterations of refinement. I've skipped through most of those iterations, but it's going to be needed. Not only that, but this process here will require you to re-engage with different design analysis components. You're going to need to move forwards and backwards as necessary. It is vital that you take the time to get this right. You want your solution to be as accurate as it possibly can, even if it's just at the pilot stage. Don't rush it. In this video, I've just produced very simple prompts to highlight the capability. Each prompt will need to be refined for your needs and your thinking processes. I'm Dr. Sasha Nikolic. Thank you for watching.